Hi guys, I'm Don and going to be ranking the best Metallica albums ever created. I'm a huge Metallica fan and have been ever since I was a kid. They're one of my favorite bands, so let's get into it. I'm going to be going over the worst ones and then go into the best ones. So I will not be going over like the really bad ones like Saint Anger, Death Magnetic, uh, the Garage album, and the Justice for All. I'm not a fan of those. I think those are bad, so I'm not gonna go over those. Plus, I don't own those, so I'm not gonna own an album that I don't like. So um, I don't get why a lot of people like the Justice for All album. I think it's bad. The lack of bass and production is really bad in that album, so not a fan of it. But I'll get into the better ones like Hardwired to Self Destruct. It would be on the bottom of my list, but it is good. It goes back to their thrash roots. I believe it was made in 2016, so it's um, Now That We're Dead is my favorite song on the album. Really cool, but there's a lot of good songs on it. So um, then we have Load and Reload. There, a lot of people don't like them, but I do. But I do. I think they're pretty decent. There are some bad songs on both of them, but there are good songs too. Like the best ones on those two albums are like Unforgiven 2, Fuel, Memory Remains, Outlaw Torn. There's Thorn Within. There's King Nothing. There's a lot of good songs on both of them, but there are some bad ones too. So I think it's like a mid range. I would give it both of these a C if I was ranking them. Then we get into their better stuff, like Kill 'Em All is probably my fourth favorite album. Back when Dave Mustaine from Megadeth was in the band, this was their first album. It was released in '83. Now Dave was in the band from '81 to '83. He wrote all the songs on it, so he's a great songwriter and he's a great guitar player. So I really like that album a lot. Then we get into like the top three. Excuse me. Um, Next would be Master of Puppets and Ride the Lightning. I would say they're probably almost a tie because they're both awesome. So I would put both of these in the same spot because they're both amazing. So all of these get an A in my opinion, but Master Puppets and Ride the Lightning, right? You can probably switch them around to be like number 2 or 3 because they're both amazing. So because you have Battery and Master of Puppets and Sanitarium, and you have Ride the Lightning, Fade to Black. There's For Whom the Bell Tolls. There's so many great songs on both of them. So they're both awesome. And then my favorite one out that they ever made was the Black Album from '91. Had Inner Sandman, and which was one of their biggest songs they ever had. It had Sad But True. It had Unforgiven and Wherever I May Roam and My Friend of Misery. There's so many good songs on it. So that's my favorite one that they made. So yeah, those are my top four. Is these four here: the Black Album, Ride the Lightning, Master Puppets, Kill 'Em All. Then we have Load and Reload and Hardwired to Self Destruct. So everything else that they did was bad. So I'm not going to go over those. So please like the video, subscribe, and yeah, I'm a huge Metallica fan. I have been for years. They're one of my favorite bands. So yeah, thanks. Bye.